こそモントンゲーミングへ。
Welcome everyone to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a big one, a real challenge that's got players talking the World Boss Legend Plus fight against Thanos and the Black Order, of course.
Oh, yeah.
We've dug through the data, taken your questions, and we're here to break down how to beat this thing. It definitely brings back that classic, tough, ultimate boss feel, but it's also, a really fun cinematic experience.
Absolutely. And that's our goal today, really. To take what looks like this super complex fight and break it down into, well, simple, manageable steps for you. We'll cover both phases, the big attack patterns you have to know, and naturally, which characters and builds work best.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, the fight really splits into two. First part, you're up against Thanos and the whole Black Order crew. Then you knock his health down enough and it switches. It becomes this one-on-one duel with King Thanos. Much tougher.
Duke Thanos, right.
And understanding the sort of unique threats in each phase, that's the absolute key to winning. No doubt about it.
Okay, let's jump right into phase one then. The Black Order onslaught. HP bar 60 down to about 23, right?
That's the range, yeah.
So when you first drop in, Thanos and his whole team are there. What's the first hurdle? Is it Thanos himself?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But actually, no, not really. In this phase, Thanos' own attacks, the weapon slams, the slashes, they're kind of linear, big wind-ups. Pretty obvious, honestly. If you're watching, they're actually, well, quite easy to dodge.
Easy to dodge. Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah. The real threat, and I really, really need to stress this, it's the Black Order. They are the ones you absolutely have to focus on. They can just overwhelm you if you're not careful.
Okay, so forget Thanos for a second. Watch the crew. That leads us to the core mechanic you mentioned.
Yeah.
The combination attack.
Exactly. This is the big one in phase one. So Thanos will, point or give a command.
Yeah.
And he summons two members of the Black Order. And here's the kicker. They immediately, and I mean immediately, launch a coordinated attack. It covers a huge area, just boom, massive damage zone.
Wow, immediately.
Pretty much. There's this purple attack marker that pops up, signaling big damage. But the time between seeing that marker and the damage actually hitting is so short. Almost zero time to react if you're standing still. I remember getting flattened by that constantly at first.
Right, you see purple and you're already supposed to be somewhere else.
Precisely. So the strategy here, the only way to reliably survive this, you have to always be moving. Always. Never plant your feet for too long in this phase. As soon as you see Thanos give that signal, start moving. Try to anticipate where the safe spots might be, because, those patterns are just devastating. That's priority number one for sure.
Constant movement. Anticipate the Black Order.
Got it. Okay, so you're dancing around, dodging these combo attacks. What happens mid-phase? Around HP bar 42, you mentioned something called the laser dance.
Yes, the laser dance. Good name for it. So you whittle Thanos down to roughly 42 bars, give or take, and then he'll vanish for a second, poof.
Yeah.
Then he reappears and starts firing off multiple small lasers across the field. Sort of like a warm-up act.
But right after that, he unleashes this massive, continuous laser beam, and it sweeps across the whole arena in a big circle. It's quite a sight, actually.
A giant sweeping laser. Sounds familiar.
It is. It's basically a direct callback to the old Dark Phoenix fight, if you remember that one.
Ah, okay. So experienced players might recognize the pattern.
Exactly. And the dodge is similar, too. You basically run to where the beam starts, and then just move clockwise with it. Stay just ahead of the beam. As long as you keep pace, you won't take any damage. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually a very predictable part, a bit of a breather almost.
A predictable breather involving a giant laser.
Right.
Seems counterintuitive, but I get it. Learn the choreography.
That's a great way to put it. It is choreography.
Okay, so we've dodged the combos, danced with a laser. We finally get Thanos down near that 23 health bar mark. What signals the shift?
Right around 23 bars, cutscene kicks in. It shows the old Thanos being defeated, and then bam, King Thanos arrives.
And the good news first.
The good news is the Black Order. Gone. Vanished. Poof. For good. So, phase two is strictly one-on-one. Just you and the big guy.
Okay, that sounds like a relief after dealing with the whole team. But there's always a but.
There is definitely a but. The bad news is King Thanos hits like an absolute truck. Just incredibly hard, and almost all of his attacks are purple.
Purple attacks, meaning piercing damage?
Yeah.
The kind that ignores a lot of defense.
Exactly. Piercing damage that can, and often will, one-shot even your tankiest characters if you're not careful.
Oof. Okay, so phase one was about managing chaos. Phase 2 is about surviving pure power.
That's a perfect summary.
So the core mechanic becomes dodge the purple, basically.
Yeah.
How's that feel different from dodging the Black Order? Is it just bigger markers?
It feels very different. The pace changes. Phase 2 is maybe simpler in concept, just dodge the big hits. But it requires way more focus, I'd say. His attacks are well telegraphed. You get these large purple markers on the ground or showing the path, but they are incredibly unforgiving. There's just no room for error.
And what kind of attacks are we talking about? Just big slams.
He's got a variety. There's like a three-way energy beam that fans out. He does this charging slash that covers a lot of ground fast. And just a huge general energy blast he can throw out. All purple, all deadly.
Hey, several ways to get one-shotted. Lovely. Is there one attack that's like the absolute worst?
Oh, yes. The meteorite strike.
Yeah.
That's the one. You'll know it when you see it. A giant purple circle appears on the ground under you. Massive when you see that. You drop everything. Whatever skill you were charging, whatever you were doing, just stop and get out of that circle immediately. No hesitation.
Because if you don't...
It will almost certainly kill any character it hits, period. It's that strong.
Yikes. Okay, meteorite strike.
Right.
Priority, evade number 1.
Absolutely. So the whole strategic feel shifts, you know. Phase 1, you're constantly juking, dodging lots of smaller, faster things. Phase 2, you're watching for these huge, telegraphed but catastrophic attacks. So the advice is generally, keep your distance when you're not actively hitting him, watch for his wind-up animations, learn what leads into what, and be ready to switch characters. Sometimes you just can't get out in time, and sacrificing a character with an invincibility frame or just taking the hit on someone tankier is better than losing your main damage dealer.
Right, using that character switch defensively. Smart. Okay, this is intense. It really sounds like 2 completely different fights back to back.
It pretty much is. Test different skills.
So knowing the mechanics is crucial, but you also need the right gear, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk practical application. Equipping for success. CTPs, for instance.
Right, CTPs. So if you're really trying to push the highest stages, stage 9, 10, whatever, a high-quality CTP of Rage is probably your best bet. The boss has really high damage reduction, and Rage just cuts through that effectively.
Okay, Rage for the top end. What about for more normal clears? Just getting the completion done.
For lower stages or just more casual clears, honestly, a CTP of competition works fine. Or, you know, other similar damage-focused CTPs, Mighty Destruction, maybe even Energy if the character suits it. They're perfectly capable.
Good to know there are options. And characters. You mentioned it's T4 content.
Oh, yeah. Definitely T4 territory. You need your heavy hitters, your strongest, best-built characters.
Any standouts? Like who provides the most stability?
For top-tier stability, I'd probably point to Jean Grey, Thor, and Storm. They generally have good survivability, built-in healing or defense, and great damage. Just really solid choices.
The usual suspects for high-end content, then.
Pretty much, yeah. But there are other great options, too. Don't feel locked in. Doctor Strange is fantastic. Venom can be very strong. Black Bolt hits like a monster. Really, any high-burst damage character that you've invested heavily into, built up to T4, they'll likely perform very well here, too.
So bring your A game, basically. Whatever your personal best is.
Exactly. Use who you're comfortable with and who you've built the most.
Okay, gear. Characters.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot. Any final tips? Little tricks to maybe smooth out the runs or master the fight's rhythm?
Yeah, actually, there's a neat little time-saving trick right before that cutscene triggers, the one that brings in King Thanos.
Yeah, when old Thanos is defeated.
Exactly. There's this tiny, tiny window, like maybe half a second, where you can still damage the old Thanos as the cutscene is starting. If you time it right, land a big, powerful skill right at that moment, it can actually shave a few valuable seconds off your final clear time. It counts.
Sneaking in one last hit. Nice. Every second counts in these timed modes.
Definitely. But beyond little tricks like that, the biggest thing, the real key to victory here is just recognizing this is a pattern-based fight, fundamentally. The more you play it, the more you see the attacks, the more that rhythm, it just becomes second nature. You'll start dodging without even thinking about it.
Muscle memory kicks in.
Exactly. So, you know, don't get discouraged if you fail. You probably will, a few times at least. I certainly did. The key is to focus on learning. Like, okay, this run, I'm going to master dodging that combination attack. Next run, I'll nail the laser dance. Learn one new pattern each time, and you will get it. Persistence pays off.
That's great advice. Learn one pattern each run.
Right.
Makes it feel less overwhelming. So what a deep dive. You went from managing the chaotic Black Order combos to that intense laser dance, all the way to brutal high
登録してくれたってこと？ありがとう。
しろちゃんはとても美味しそうにご飯を食べては気持ちよく眠るんだ。豚汁大好き、美味しすぎて具になりそう。